success stories that you've seen are in paid search. All those testimonials, most of these guys are managing Google Ads. So I put so much focus on it. Now, after helping so many students, I've enhanced this section to be more lean and efficient. You're literally going to learn everything backwards and forwards. It's going to be in depth but digestible. But I want you to focus. I want to focus you on the most important things to learn. So Google Ads context. Just before we even get started, just think about everything in terms of the job. Everything is designed to help you get a job. Remember, the job itself is to build out or fix existing Google Ads accounts. So you're going to be dealing with clients and websites. You're going to hear things like, my Google Ads isn't working. I need more sales. Should be sales. You want to ask questions. You want to think about what is going to help your client. What is their business? What is their problem? What is their market? What are they selling? What are their competitors selling? You need to understand those things. Now, just imagine that it's your business. If you want success, treat every client's business like your own. What are their struggles, goals? What is the market, competitors? Learning Google Ads to get more customers, quote unquote, for my business. This puts you in a very grounded mindset. It's not theory, and you also care. You care, and that always makes you a better marketer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do an intro to Google Ads. It's going to be baby steps. It's going to go in depth, but I'm going to do it in such a way that it's very easy to understand. And we're going to ask ourselves and answer the question, what's all the fuss about, this Google thing? Then we're going to get into account structure, which is the most valuable thing to learn. We're going to answer the question, what's all the fuss about, this Google thing? Then we're going to get into account structure, which is the most valuable thing to learn about Google Ads. How to set up accounts that work and make people money. That is the name of the game. Then we're going to go inside at Google Ads to learn the interface and campaign setup. We're going to look at a live account and a little bit more. We're going to start to ease you into the actual interface that you're going to be using. Now, to this point, you're just observing. You're not going to be doing anything yet. Just watch and learn. Number 4, the account structure spreadsheet. Now, this is like it's gold, like a gold Oscar. It's very valuable. Now you're going to take action. Now, I still recommend that you go through the entire course one time so that you have context. But if you've already done that, this is where you're going to start going to work. You're going to do this. You're going to add incredible value to your application/interview by doing a sample spreadsheet of the account structure of a sample website. It could be any website, and we'll get into that. You can do this without actually touching Google Ads itself at all. You don't have to be managing an account. You don't have to spend any money. You can do it just with Google Sheets or Excel. And then me or one of my alums can review the sheet. It's going to show that you know structure. But as I've been seeing with many of my students, remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good to demonstrate to the employer that you know structure. After that, number 5 is our campaign setup checklist. This is invaluable. This is a checklist of the most common mistakes made with Google Ads. And also we're going to go into some more in-depth Google Ads topics. What I found with people is that I'm actually going to be recapping some of the concepts you're going to learn in the first 2 videos. But whenever I said backwards and forwards, you're going to hear it again from a different point of view. You're really going to drive it home. But this checklist is like a roadmap of the account setup process. Okay, it's going to show you exactly my thinking process. When I look at an account, I check this, I check this, I check this, and you won't have to guess what you need to look at. You will know. And you can even bring that expertise into an interview or an application. It's going to impress the heck out of employers. So here we're going to really dig into the concepts of account setup. And then finally, after you've done all this stuff, then you're going to work on an actual Google Ads account. It's either going to be your account or someone else's account. Doesn't matter, guys. You just want to get your hands dirty in one of these accounts. And we're going to go more into that in section 14, generate your own experience. The spreadsheet and the checklist are going to be your guide. But let's talk for a moment about working on actual accounts and the insane value it provides. This is a teachable Sesame Street type moment. This is very, very important, guys. Doesn't matter how big or small these accounts are. Remember, I told you when I applied for my first job, the only account I'd ever worked on was my own silly little website. The point is, you want to get experience. It's going to go into your resume, and that is your experience. It's as valuable as working for another company. The reality is, you will likely start with a smaller account, and this is just fine. I've updated this. I used to kind of show an example from one of my clients that's spending $10,000 a month. You will get to that point, but that's probably not what you're going to start with. And that's why I've changed this around a little bit. I want you to get that small accounts are good. Just like Kevin Hart is just as valuable as Shaq. Remember, the bar is low. This has been going on for the last few years. I've been doing the course. It's still true. Okay? This one was talking about she transitioned, and then this guy, Christopher, was talking about how he, what did he say? Yeah, in this one, he talks about using the SEO strategy. I know we're talking about PPC, but I share these examples to show you that this stuff is working and that companies are not getting qualified applicants, so you can really wow them. Okay. Now, here's a big thing. I'm gonna repeat this like 20 times. You're gonna hear it again and again. Finding accounts to work on is easy, guys. I don't care who you are. Don't say to yourself, I don't know anyone with Google Ads. I don't know. I sit alone in my room. That's fine. You don't have to be a networking superstar. Just talk to your parents or your parents' friends or neighbors. Go to the local store or a business or your favorite pizza shop or your personal trainer. Do you have someone that helps you with weights? Do you have a favorite place to go to eat? Talk to those guys. Chances are they're doing marketing and they are doing something with internet marketing or Google Ads. You might have a friend who's starting a business. You want to try to get your hands not only on your own account, but someone else's account, because it accelerates your experience, your confidence tenfold. It's super powerful. You can be a one-man band, building your own site, running your own ads. That's how I designed this, so that even if you're living in Siberia, you can do this. But, again, another example, somebody went out there, and again, he started with SEO. Now he's doing PPC, making $800 a month. This is freelancing. He's not even working at a company. But it started out with him just bootstrapping his experience. He talked to his chiropractor. That was what he did. You can talk to your chiropractor if you have one. They need marketing pretty bad. Now, your site or someone else's site, I'm telling you guys, you're like Rocky and Rocky 4. You're training with that spreadsheet, training with your Google Ads accounts. And by the time you get to the interview, the application, you are going to knock them out. Side note, from time to time, my student Nick Schulander will take over to explain. It's so funny to me how quickly this happens, because Nick was just a student of mine a little while back, and now he's like an expert. Not only is he managing his own Google Ads accounts or for clients, he is making videos and helping other people. And as soon as you go through this process, you can be doing the same thing. So Nick is very, he's a very proactive, great student, and he's a really enthusiastic teacher. So from time to time, I may hand things over to him to explain some of the finer points. But here's the good news. A big chunk of search engine management isn't rocket science. It's simply seeing where customers have completely screwed up their Google Ads accounts and fixing them using some very basic guidelines. Now, biggest culprit, I said, people don't understand match types. We're going to get into that. Biggest culprit, I said, people don't understand match types. We're going to get into that in a second. But in general, just think of it that way. It's like people just don't understand it. I think it's like when you open a Gmail account for your grandpa, and he's like, "What's a Gmail?" And you set it up, and you look like a magician. You're like, "It's so easy," but he's like, "Wow, that's magic." Well, when you know how to do Google Ads, you're like the same magician, and all the small businesses are like your grandpa. So let's begin. Now we're going to go into Google Ads. Google is king, and it is growing, and now I'm going to give you the introduction to understanding exactly what this thing is that makes Google billions of dollars every year.